Hey, everybody. Rush on in here. Let's have some fun tonight. Hello, Stacy, and hello, Joe. Hope you guys are doing very well this evening. Joe, haven't seen you for like a month and a half, sister. How you doing? We need to go live more often. Oh, yeah, we were out of town. So, okay. I've cut out more coasters. By the way, the coasters and cover minders are listed on the website. Hello, Denise. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you again. What, Care?
The group doesn't really know about the coasters and cover minders.
What group?
People watching now. That was the meet we did that with. And
No. This morning was a full-on everybody come live.
oh, did people see that?
Everybody did. Oh, yeah, they saw me cleaning them up. I mean, if they watched it later, but
Yeah. Well,
hello, Cindy. Cindy's in the house. Cindy's in the house. The new microphones are ordered. They'll be here Sunday with just about everything else. So that's good. Ordered a buttload of rings and all that kind of fun stuff that we're going to do today. We move this over a little bit here. Get that set. These cover minders came out pretty cool. I don't know what they are really. They're just sort of things, but they're cute. Same as my ring. There's my ring that we made this morning. You know what's cool is this has sort of a arch or a bevel to it on both sides, and it is the easiest ring I have ever put on or put off. It is smooth. I don't think they can hear you, baby.
well, tell them that I tried one on and
She tried one on too. Hello, Will. Good to see you again. Yeah, we had a good time this morning anyway. It was fun. I learned a lot, had some great fun. So we got Stacy and Joe and Kathy and Denise. Joe might not actually be here. She hadn't responded back yet. She's probably fixing dinner for somebody. So Stacy is wiped out. We put primer on the entry hall this afternoon. Have to buy paint tomorrow. The paint on Sunday. I'm telling you, painting is hard work. It more work than you think. Yeah, let me see if I can see it in the light there. Yeah, I love the color, and it's just glitter, literally same color as this right here. Oh, I should put that on there. I look like a Hollywood guy. Big stone on my ring. Ha 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 ha. But we're gonna make another ring. I got Carrie's size on there. We're gonna make it out of this pink, so called shiny pink. So that should look cool. And we'll probably do a better job this time than we did last time, which is very exciting because we always want to do better. Hey, Joe, just served up the last of dinner. What was for dinner today on July 4th? By the way, happy 4th of July, everybody. It's almost over. Fireworks probably going to start in a few hours.
some last night.
Oh, yes, there's always some last night, the night before, and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right. Okay. We'll let the crowds come in. Everybody's coming in. Make sure we got everybody. Yep, everybody's here. Everybody's here. Yeah, Joe, we missed you. I miss saying, "Hey, Joe, how you doing, Joe?" No lives. We could talk about the retreat, but it was just a retreat. It was a lot of fun. I think the road trip with Carrie was more fun than the actual retreat. But the retreat was good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so what we've got mounted up here today is I've got my little ring stand here, and we've got this ring on here, very much like my ring, but mine's a 13, and this is a 7.5. And it fits Carrie's finger very nicely. So we got it on the mandrel here, so we can place it in here. Then we're going to turn the microscope on, or the digital scope, and you can see super up close what I'm doing. But the first thing we have to do is we need to take some resin, put it in a little cup, and then we'll add some glitter to that, and we'll mix it all up. Ooh, that almost rhymes, didn't it? Put it in the cup, mix it all up. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh, oh. So we'll pour just a little bit in there, and that's probably already too much. I have learned that this stuff goes a long way. So yeah, we're going to make a ring and then we're going to turn some pans. Here's the glitter for the pink. I'm going to put a bunch of it in there so it's just really solid glitter. And this is UV resin. So there is no part A, there is no part B. You just put it all in one liquid stuff, and the UV light, which is right here, will put a seal over top of it. You can see it's a black light. So it'll put a, you can see the purple there. It will put a skin over top of it, and then we'll bake it in the Easy Bake Let's Resin oven here. We'll turn on like that, get a lot of brightness going, and ooh, we'll be good. So just mix this all up so there's no clumps in there, and it all flowing very smoothly. Hope everybody's had a really great day. We've had a pretty chill day, pretty much been in the shop all day, except for making a couple BLTs and Carrie and I enjoying one episode of Bridgerton. So that was our relaxation in the afternoon. So Joe, hot dogs and ribs on the pellet grill. Nice. We're going to have our burgers and stuff like that tomorrow. Smash burger tacos, yum, on the flat top. Baked beans and steak fries. Joe, you are the queen. I'm telling you.
You gotta come over there.
Stacy says no fireworks here, too dry and illegal. Yes, I can believe that.
That was in Utah too. They used to do that.
Yeah, we just got a bunch of rain, so they're clear to do it here. But if we didn't get any rain for a couple of weeks, they would cancel all the fireworks as well and just have fun. You don't need fireworks. Fireworks are cool, but you can have fun without them. So Joe says I wear a size 5 on my ring finger. Probably a 6 on my index finger, just FYI. You betcha, sister. So I ordered a bunch of ring blanks today after we got off the live. I ordered some of those multicolored thing, the rose gold ones and stuff. Those are the
I'm just looking at it.
Well, just take it off my finger and you can have it. There you go.
You should have.
But it's not a wedding ring. It's on the wrong hand.
Oh.
My wedding band goes on the other finger.
Yeah. Well,
Saving the ribs for
could
tomorrow.
Be the wedding band now.
It could be. Whatever you want it to be. It's what it is, baby.
It's really nice. It's really smooth inside. So it's not real like I don't know.
It's not real sharp because it's smooth.
Not dull metal? I don't think that's that a word.
Nope, it's smooth. It's beveled so that it looks real nice.
You better put it back on. I'll lose it. But it's really pretty color. He did.
Ivy Wed. Okay, so here's what we got arriving
you got
Sunday.
cover binders.
Yeah, I had a little extra, so I poured it in there. And we don't have to worry about the resin sitting there because it is UV cured.
And
Rose gold is your favorite. We got you.
I chose shiny pink.
So here's what we ordered. We got this here, and this is 36 pieces, gold, silver, and black. These are all stainless steel, so they won't rust your finger or anything like that. And we're going to work on some inlays to go in that area there. Either crushed stone, we haven't ordered that yet, or we might order some tonight. Maybe it'll be Sunday. But I'm right now using glitter just to learn. Then we ordered these here, and these are size 8 because Carrie's size 8.
Size 7.5.
Or 7.5, sorry. The rose gold, black, silver, blue. Got these rainbow dichroic ones down there, and then some gold, brass, whatever you want to call that. Then you got $8 for 12 of them. So it's like 75 cents for each ring blank, which is just, I don't know what quality they are. I mean, we're either wasting $8 or $8 is a good deal. I don't know. But we'll find out. And then this other one here, oh, that's the wrong one. This other one, this one here is 36 pieces. Let's see. Yeah, 36 pieces. Size, what were these sizes again? Size 7 through 12. So we're almost there, Joe. There are some size 6s out there. And again, I am buying these literally just to play and figure it out and see if it works. If it's too big, you can always put it on a necklace like that. That's pretty cool. That could look nice. Oh, you could put a chain around there and seal the chain. I guess you could put just about anything in that inlay that goes below it. So this girl's pretty happy. She got 2 rings. She needs 12 rings. What are you talking about? Cover them fingers up. But anyway, it's $20 for 36 pieces, which again makes them a little bit less than 60 cents a piece, maybe, roughly, give or take a little bit. Anyway, so we'll, oh man, oh, there we go. We'll just sit and play. Hey, Larry, how you doing? How you doing? It rained as I just finished putting the dogs and ribs in the smoker. That's good timing, Joe. Good timing. All right. Let us make Carrie's ring here. I'm going to shift over to the microscope. And let's see if we're aimed right at it. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I've got it on a mandrel. The mandrel allows me to rotate it and fill those little triangles full of the glitter and resin. And then we will finish it up. So we learned a lot earlier. I'm going to learn a little bit more again. This is the thing. Let me clean this off with a paper towel. I don't want any green in Carrie's pink. All right, that is nice and cleaned off. But essentially, this is an awl that's got a curved end on it. I did not curve it, came that way. And we're going to make a ring here. And this is the pink stuff that we're going to be putting in there. And learn today that we'll just take like a little bit of it, literally a drop on the end of this thing, and then put it in there and touch all the corners with it. What I need my other glasses, my mega magnifiers. Those ones I bought for the scroll saw, Larry. That's what we got going on here, man. All right, that's a little better. All right. We don't have to worry about it. Hopefully I didn't move that too far. Or move it back a little. I'll move this over a little bit. Let's see. That's pretty good there. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And right now I just pull it to all the corners. Make sure it's fully attached down in there. Do the same thing for the next one. And it's okay if I overfill it because we're going to be sanding it to make it look good. All right, so we got that one there. I'm going to lay that down, get out I'm going to get this away from here. And this black light, or this little light here, is going to put a shell on it, and it does it literally instantaneously. Yeah, it's amazing. It's already got a shell on it that fast. And it's not cured all the way to the center, but it will be once we put it in the Easy Bake Oven. And I'm using this little poker to pull it to all 3 corners of the triangle, making a tiny bit of a disheveled mess as I go. And overfill it ever so slightly. If you want to see the first ring I made, it's in today's live this morning. We went live for about 3 hours or so. Dang, it's amazing how fast that puts a little skin on it. It's probably doing it faster than I'm giving it credit. And it doesn't take much to fill up these little triangles, I'll tell you. I think Rebecca, she would love to see this pink one, but I think she's working a game tonight. It's amazing how fast that works. It's literally within 2 or 3 seconds, it's got a skin on it. Not fully cured, but enough to keep it in place. If somebody's saying something in chat, I'll get there in a second. Again, I'm overfilling these because I'm such a junior ring maker. We'll sand them off eventually here as we get going. And I'm just putting a little skin on that just to keep it from flowing out. And see, those need to be filled a little more, so that's good. We got the skin underneath it, and we'll just put that on top. And again, I'm probably putting too much, but I think putting too much is probably better than not putting enough at this point till I become a master ring maker. That should be probably what, next Friday or Saturday? Just kidding. Everybody's like, oh, he really thinks a lot of himself. No, I don't. I'll just keep on learning as we go. Right, Larry? We just keep trying and we just keep doing and we just keep learning. And when we fail, that just means we found one way that didn't work and we'll figure out another way that does. Hopefully you can still see that. Yep, you can. That's good. Probably over curing it, but that's okay. Can't wait to get some crushed rock and stuff and see how that goes. That should be pretty cool. Okay, we've got 2 more little spaces to fill here. I'm hoping that the quality of the Amazon rings that I've ordered are good quality. They don't have to be the highest end quality. They're definitely stainless steel. They're not silver or gold, but I want them to be really nice quality because I'd like to be able to produce a lot of rings for people at a very affordable price. Everybody loves a nice matching ring or, something to whatever. Be nice to have that. All right, we'll cure those 2 last ones there, and then I'll spin it around. I can see I'm a little short in that one right there, so I'm going to grab a tiny bit, put it right there. There we go. Saw a little hole in there. I'm going to check the whole thing out, make sure I've got it all filled. Looks like I'm a little short right there. It's like a little tension, like a surface tension kind of thing right at the edge of the triangle. But I'll overfill it. That way it's got plenty of it in there. Oh, I keep moving that. Am I aimed in there? Yeah, we're still good. All right, definitely overfilled in some spots, and I got to get a little bit right there. A little bit right there. Let me get that all seized up, cured up. All right, I think we are over full too much all the way around, and that is good. I'm just going to spin this around once or twice just to make sure I got it all cured. All right, now, Care, flip me back to the, I think it's one of the USB ones there. Let me get this out of the way. I think it's the
Nope, you don't want to see me.
Oh, get your head up in there.
No, nope, it's not it.
It's the one right above the digital camera. There you go. So we're back here again, and I have built this custom rig here because I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to float this on here, and we're going to put it inside this little Easy Bake oven here, and we're going to turn it on, and it is going to UV resin the heck out, or UV light the heck out of that resin, seize it right up. And we'll leave it. We got it on a 5-minute cycle right now. I will answer any questions while we're waiting for that thing to go. I'm going to take my overhead spectacles off here. Carrie was using the diamond paint till she got her new eyeballs. Now she doesn't need them. All right, let me minimize there. Let's see. And we got Joe. Hi, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. How you doing? Let's see. I started watching this morning, but got busy with Fruit Pep. It's always there. I call it an Easy Bake Oven, but it's this little plastic LED light thing that has a bunch of UV LEDs that will harden up all of the resin. We can see you. I don't know what happened, Sarah. No big deal, but you're in there now. Let's see. Larry joints another something or other. I would end up gluing my lathe parts together. You're funny, Larry. Knowing you, probably something. Oh, another rabbit. Oh, Larry's got his rabbit there. I think I missed something up here. Oh, Larry came in. Hey, hey, hey. Rose gold's my favorite. Awesome. Hi, Larry. Hi, Stacy. Joe, Kathy, Denise, Cindy. Hi, Larry. Another rabbit. What's the? I don't know what the rabbit is. I guess I lost that one.
We missed that one.
Let's see. Started watching this morning, says Joe, but got busy with Fruit Pep. Everybody can see you, Sarah. There it is. Don't know what happened. Let's see. Knowing you, probably. That must be for Larry, right?
Yeah.
Joints another. Is that a ghost or dog or bunny?
Rabbit.
That is there?
That looks like a rabbit. I can't
Look
see.
like a little terrier. I'm not sure.
No,
what
that's
that
a
is.
rabbit.
Oh, okay. Yay, she can chat again. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I'm glad you're back.
Yay.
This is going to be a very pretty, this is a ring, not a pen. I know, I got mixed up too. I said, I got to go make you a pen, Carrie. She goes, what pen? Oh, I mean a ring. Yeah.
Well, he made this ring
Let's
this morning. I'm like,
see,
oh,
Larry, can you put drills in them? Are they too large? You can, but in these particular little, these triangles, you may only get one drill in there, and then you have to cover it with clear. So you could do it. It might just look a little goofy.
Like that guy, Lucky Resin Works, he used to do.
Nobody can hear you, Carrie.
I'm coming back.
Oh, okay.
So Lucky Resin Works, he was on Etsy. He used to do like a little bit of glitter, and he crunched up some drills.
No, that's not what he did there.
What did he do?
No, he poured this thing here,
Right.
and then he poured that thing there, and he took a slice of either one, sanded them flat, and put them together.
Oh, no, it looks like
Just
overlays.
yeah,
That's what he used to call it.
Yeah. Oh, Larry went down the rabbit hole. Yeah, I got you. Watching Street Outlaws in the 405. Worst crashes on TV. I love that. 405. Where's that? Is that us? Oh, Street Outlaws. Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah, absolutely. They're up here somewhere. All right, so we are cooking that ring right now. And again, here's my ring, and it'll look just like this, even though I overflowed my ring as well. And again, we did this morning, just playing around and learn how to do it. We'll get better and better as we go. I can see that some have a little defect in mine, so I could actually put some clear over top of this and then just seal all the little pieces of glitter holes is what I call them that came out. You can't see them unless you look at a reflection or something, but we'll get it better, and then we'll let it cure longer and get it shinier and all that good stuff. So we're learning. Little by little, we're learning. Does sanding it down scratch the surface area too much? It only scratches the stainless steel as much as the sanding paper is. So we'll start with a 320 so that we'll get all the resin down quicker. And then we'll go to a 600. Then we'll go to Zona paper. And Zona goes from 600 to 22,000. So it will be as shiny as it was when you pulled it out of the package. Oh, yes, yes. Always things to buy, Larry. That's for sure. So, yes, it will scratch the surface, but that's no big deal. We will unscratch the surface as we polish it up, just like a pen. We scratch the edge of the pen as we're scraping the resin off, and then we polish it up, sand it down, polish it up. So, as long as you're using a good graduation of paper, I'm going to roll this here just so it gets a better look at the stuff there. And essentially what I'm doing is just cooking it. That was 5. We'll go for another 5. And with leftover resin, we're going to make us some more cover minders. And I really I'm going to do these little 2 ones here because I think the other one's too big. Heck, I might only get 1 out of this one. Dang. I'm going to put a tiny bit in this little one here. I'm going to add some clear to it and stir it around like we did before because it won't cure until we put it under the light. I'll keep it as far away from the light as I can. Let's see. Let me get another popsicle stick here and see if I can't get a bunch out in there. All right, that's pretty good there. And then we will add a tiny bit of the clear in either one of these. Stuff flows faster than honey, so you got to be careful how much you add. Because you will get too much too fast. There we go. That makes it nice and full. And then we will take the Q-tip there that I just threw away. We'll bring it back. Oh, that's the blue one. Don't want to use that one. Here's the pink one. And then we'll just stir these up a little bit. Just that not have a clear pocket kind of thing. We'll just work it in. And then when we're done curing the ring, then we will put these in that UV easy bake oven there. It's not really an easy bake oven, but I call it that. Yeah, it acts sort of like one. It's, it's a low end UV chamber. But now Carrie's going to have about 50 rings as I practice these things here. All right, we'll leave that sit over there. We'll let this thing, I'm going to move it around a little bit, let it continue to cure. All right. Let's see what other questions. It would also be pretty to do multiple birthstone colors in them for like each could. Definitely could do that. I thought about doing a red, white, and blue one. That would be cool. Whatever you want to mix with this UV resin. Crushed stone is a very popular thing. Metal shavings, they use those in the inlay rings. You can use any mica powder you want, mix it with the resin. I just mix glitter with it, but you can literally do anything, absolutely anything.
I think one color would be like one of the price because it's easier, like a pen.
I don't know, Kara, because it's the same effort.
See how long it takes.
Yeah. We're working it out right now, but I should be able to produce rings for around $40, especially with the labor, the materials, and the ring blank. They might go up a little bit. Like these ring blanks I'm using right now, these are $10 ring blanks. I don't know why they're that much. Probably because a lot more machining in them with the triangles. But the ones on Amazon were, 60 something cents a piece, and That would definitely be a below $40 ring, I'm sure, because it's not a ton of labor. And you can do multiples, pretty quickly. So it wouldn't take you too long. I'd probably have to buy more of these mandrels, though, if I wanted to mount them up and do them that way. So there you go.
When does it cook?
Well, it takes a little bit to get it deep, and I put it on thick. So anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, it'll be a total of 10, and then we'll be done. Then we'll go over and start finishing it. And then most of Sarah's other questions will probably be answered about the finishing. I think I would rather let it sit overnight after I do this part here and let it fully cure.
Okay.
Because that way you'll probably get the shiniest of finishes. Yeah, right now we're just playing around and learning.
You ever show off the trays that we
I didn't show off anything, baby. You could show them off. You could show them off, baby. Yeah, I thought I got some red, white, and blue inlay coming. I'm going to see if I can slice that down far enough to make a red, white, and blue ring, because there are some rings that you can get with 3 channels. All right. Let me take this now out of our easy bake oven. Feels pretty hard. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, we'll take that. So this is what it looks like on the mandrel. Held in the middle there.
You're going to show.
I'm going to go over to the other thing, then we're going to finish them here.
Somebody might want these.
All righty.
Put them on the website.
Yep. Oops. I got to get my new mandrel down. I did cut 4 more coasters this afternoon. Still got all 42 cover minders waiting for the magnets to arrive on Sunday. All right, now I've got it on the tab. First thing I need to do is put this adapter on here. And then put the mandrel on there. And then I take the mandrel with the ring on it. I'm sorry, this is the collet chuck. This is the mandrel here.
Here, let's just show this for people that weren't on this morning or didn't watch the replay yet. Here is
This is the coaster. It comes lacquered on one side, got a couple of feet on the back side. And this, you can put your drinks on there. And because I lacquered it, it won't get to the wood.
Yes, and they are $10. And then we have a smaller version, which is a cover minder, which is $4. And they are on the website live and active, and you can buy them right now.
Yep. And the link is in the Facebook group. There we go. Couldn't think of what the heck that was. Okay, super slow. We'll turn it on. There we go. Then we're going to start with a grit that I like, which is 320. And we really just hold it here gently. It's not a fully even surface, so we'll just slowly take it down. Then I'll be full bore tomorrow morning after I take Kevin to work doing the premieres. You got a mic? Oh, okay.
As Tim said, he'll be doing premieres Saturday morning and afternoon. Do you have a podcast?
Yeah.
It is a podcast.
I believe so.
In between there. And then he will be live tomorrow evening, which I'll have to schedule that. And then same schedule on Sunday, except no podcasts in there. So, and live Sunday night. So, And then for those of you involved with the Kicking with Kettner 2025, we will be live with that. And we have two special guests that have not been announced, but when I schedule the live, you will see who those are. So that's something you don't want to miss.
I'm not one of the special guests.
No, he's just over the side.
I'm just a regular guest.
He's Vanna. So there's kind of like the first live of the event, kind of like a big kickoff as well, because we were gone. We did a couple of mini ones. So everyone seems to be enjoying it. So if you are a Jeremiah Kettner fan, there's a new one coming out tomorrow. It's very Halloween centered, so it'd be great for any Halloween events that are coming up. And if you're a fan, so it is a cute little Halloween cat. It is on Diamond Art Club's Facebook group and Instagram. And so you want to pick that up if you are a fan of his artwork. So that is there. And everybody seems to be, there's a lot of Midnight Mana Kaneko because a lot of people, we did this really quickly and a lot of people didn't have any, but there is that at Amazon and you can get it fairly quickly. And so we're seeing a lot of those. And Nico Mart restocked the day of the event, which was exciting. So there are canvases out there for you to do. And there's some older ones and newer ones, and everyone's having a good time. We got some great sponsors. There's a light.
Cindy just ordered one of each.
I figured she would. I told you.
Well, that's good, Cindy. The cover minder magnets will be here on Sunday, and I'll finish off the other coasters I just made this afternoon.
And then there is a licensed drill tray by our friends over at Yellow Dog, Carrie and Doug. And
Them yellow dogs.
it is the Spring Unicorn Bunnies, which came out a couple weeks ago with Diamond Art Club and Jeremiah Kettner. And so that is licensed. Any purchase of that tray, Jeremiah Kettner is compensated for his art. So you're supporting not only a small shop, but an artist. So please go get that. It's super cute, teal and purple. Love it. It's gorgeous. So mine is on the way, so I can show it on live, but it is there, and they are taking orders. And we'll have 2 prizes of the tray as well. So. And we'll see you on the next video. I feel I'm done.
This is the longest part, getting it down because I overfilled it. Let's see how we're doing here. We're coming down pretty good. You got a couple of high spots here and there, but it's evening out very nicely. Can you get the coaster without being sealed? Yeah, I won't seal yours. She just did. Cindy. Yep, that'll be easy. You want the feet on it, or you just want the wood? Just the wood thing. Yeah, she knows that. She knows not to sit. She might do her own sealing, or she might paint it. I mean, who knows what Cindy's going to do? She's pretty crafty over there. Okay, now I do an inspection. Still got a little bit of glitter in between those two. A little bit there. Looking pretty good, though. And the stainless steel's very hard, so we're not taking any of that off. Just wood is what she wants. Copy that. I'll just clean it with alcohol so most of the old little burn marks are gone, and then you may do as you please with it. Do you want the cover minder with the magnet, Cindy? Yeah, she said she ordered one of each. Little tiny bit of glitter right there. It's almost there, just a little bit right there. I think that was the only place on there. Yep.
We hit my goal for this Jeremiah Kistner.
You got a mic?
No.
Nobody can hear you.
Well, it doesn't work for much more.
It does. It'll work for about 2 hours. I mean, the batteries are gone, but we'll get the new ones and they'll last 4 or 5 hours. So yes, for the magnets. Okay. So she wants a regular cover minder.
One.
Nope, for the little one.
Oh, okay.
The big one, she just wants the wood.
Okay.
Laser cut wood.
Does she want feet?
Nope.
No feet.
Oh, do you want feet on that, Cindy? Oh, she wants to seal it and put it up on her wall when she does cats. Cool.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Let's see. What was I gonna say?
Oh, that's pretty good there.
I lost my train of thought now that
Choo choo. No train.
Dang. The old days.
Now, Sarah, we're taking it up
Oh, and I know.
a notch on the paper. So any scratches that were put on that stainless steel will now be gone.
So kicking with Kettner, my goal, because this came up in a conversation on the Be a Little Artsy with Mrs. Butter D live, what people wanted to see for the next event. And Crashly was on there and said, well, why don't you do it in July? I'm like, well, okay. So, because we are co-hosting with
How'd
Rebecca.
that go?
And then, so we are co-hosting with Rebecca of Crafting and Crime Daily for the Great Escape. Anything somewhere you want to go for Christmas, or it has to be a Christmas canvas. And so I said, I guess I could fit it in there. I've done last minute things at Walmart when I was a co-manager, so I guess I could do that. So we kind of pulled it off really quickly. And I forgot that the retreat, we'd be gone for the week before, where I do a lot of planning. So a sponsor list will be going up before the end of the weekend, before Monday. We have some great sponsors and great offerings. And people that couldn't, I offered, hey, want to do a gift card? So very exciting. There is a great cover minder, Cindy, for the cat, the Mena Kaneko cat on Shire Shenanigans on Etsy. So you might want to pick up that cover minder as well. And it is wood as well.
So Cindy is going to color it, seal it, then put it up on her own when she does cats.
Cool.
Color it and seal it. I missed the color part. That's cool.
Well, there's another little mini. If you go to the leopard, it's the Jeremiah Kettner group is where she posted it, but it's Shire Shenanigans.
She said okay.
So you might want to check that one. And it's a little cute little Mena Kaneko cat. And it says Kicking with Kettner. It's kind of cool. But so some really great things. Craspirations made another tray, pen, and putty bundle for a grand prize. So we got some really great things. And Diamond Pen Pal Blanks by DPP made some blanks that were available. I think Tuesday she put them up, and some of them sold out. And she will remake any ones you see. So look in the in the Kicking with Kettner group for those. They're just beautiful blanks just for any canvas. So go check it out. Come join us. My goal was to get like 200 since it was so quick. We have 212 members, which is really good. Diamond Art Club is sponsoring this event. We got really great support from them this time again, based on the success of Be a Little Artsy. So thank you, Diamond Art Club, for your support. As well, and Diamond Pen Pal and all the other, and DP with Sparklers. We're going to list all the embellishments of Jeremiah Kettner that are available, and that will be in the group as well. So if you have a canvas and you don't know if they have embellishments been done yet, you can look, and if it isn't, you can get with Tima or come up with your own ideas. So there's a lot of people who are very talented at embellishing and can help you if you need that. And just use the Leopard group to reach out, because some of them are in our group. So there's Bling It Up. There, Cheryl over at DP with Sparklers, Tima. There is Jenny Rose Designs. She's really good at embellishing. So there's people out there that can help you. And some people just do it on their own, whatever they feel looks good. Jennifer Roberts. is also very good at DP Addictions, I think what's that the name of her channel? DP Addictions?
Yeah, DP Addictions.
I don't remember. And so Sue Bell, she is known as a bubble queen. She uses bubbles embellishments a lot. So there's a lot of people there that can help. So if you ever want to do your own. So, and I got some pointers myself on how to do it. And it's kind of like doing colors for a pen. But a lot of people have their own. Alyssa Mank from Mank Arts and Crafts. She has her own inventory of embellishments. So she does it herself as well. So there's people there to help. If you
She
want to
buys them
embellish.
all and figures out where to fit them in.
Yeah, she sat at our table and I talked with her about it and she just kind of told me what she does. So it was neat to talk to people and everyone did it a different way. So you can just do what you want. I mean, Cindy does it with her walls. She kind of rearranges all the paintings where she wants them and like the beautiful tray she came up with, doing the drills and finding the colors, and she's going to color her coaster or her her leopard coaster.
Hello, Sandy.
So it was cool.
Welcome
There's a lot of
back.
great talent out there. Hi, Sandy.
Okay. This should be ready to go now.
Cool. So you got some of her. Yeah, she does a lot of different ones. There's like a whole set of Disney ones that don't really sound like Disney, but they're Disney themed. Like Mushu, which is from Mulan, ramen shop or something, soup shop. It's kind of cute.
All right, so there's the ring. Now we'll take it off the mandrel and we'll check it out. Actually, I'll leave it on the mandrel so we can see it in the, put me on the digital scope, baby. The leopard scope.
Where is the thing? It's not here.
Well, you got to hit settings.
Well, I don't see well right at the computer.
Well, put your glasses on and get closer.
I can't.
But there you go.
That looks dumb.
Nobody's looking at you.
Okay.
Digital microscope.
You need to change it to leopard.
There you go. I can't.
It's
Or I would.
Here we go.
So there's the ring. All filled with the pink gorgeousness.
It's a little lighter pink than that, but it looks.
No, it's that pink right there. It's not lighter. It's that
Oh,
pink right there.
It's lighter there.
Well, that's the lighting.
Oh.
Yeah, can't do much about that.
Pretty.
There we go. Put me on the one just above the digital microscope, please.
Nope. There we go. Went too far.
All right, we'll put that back on there. And this is what it looks like.
Let it get focused.
I'm probably too close.
You are. It's focusing on everything underneath you. See how big his hands are? Yeesh.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep, it is ready to go.
Does it need to sit on the thing?
Nope, it is fully shiny and ready to wear.
Ooh.
That's how fast you can make those.
Ow.
Not bad. There it is. Green and pink. Yeah, baby.
Yours is
Okay.
fatter.
Mine's bigger.
Oh,
A lot bigger.
way big.
Hers is a 7.5. Mine's a 13.
That's really pretty.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of colors.
Welcome back, Larry. We're glad you're here. Now let me switch the camera back to the main gig here. Let's see. All right, we'll get rid of the diaper. Done with it for a little bit. That thing's on there pretty good. Let me get a crescent hammer here. There we go. How long do they stay in what, Larry? I can't see the other word. I have to wait till it scrolls up a little bit. All right, let me put all the ring magic stuff away now. All right, the ring stuff has its own tote right now. That's good. It has graduated from a box to that. Okay, let's put the dead center back in. We'll move that over there. Let me go see what we got for first in the bucket here today. And it is Lisa I. And she is going to have a 4-inch pen. That's going to be a bit of a flipper. 4-inch baseball. Okay, then we got to figure out where we're going to divide it here. So if we want to make, so what we've got is this blank right here. And it's got a little bit of symmetry. It's got the yellow, black, purple, black, light gray, I guess, black, peach, black, gray, black, and then this repeat again. So I want to get that somehow balanced so that something's in the middle and we got the same stuff on either side. So it's going to be 4 inches long. Oh, that works out really well. Oh, look at that. Man, couldn't have made that if we wanted to. All right, I'm going to go over to the bandsaw, be with you back with you in a second.
And this blank comes from KB Blanks in Canada. She did a drop in our group about a month ago or 3 weeks ago. And she also drops in her own group. And there's also a Turner there in Canada. But her and her husband make blanks. And it's called KB Blanks. And they have a Facebook group. So you can check them out. And they make a lot of these striped looking blanks. And they're beautiful.
My little jig is full. Let me clear it out. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's drill some holes here so we can get this show on the road. What's the finger grip on this one, Kara?
Small. 0.48, a Joe size. Joe is 0.46, 0.48, depending. But 0.48 is what Lisa wants for this. And she wants the mustache design.
The mustache. Okay, so what we've got here is a very nicely striped and balanced blank. A little bit of yellow on each end, yellow right in the middle. First thing we got to do is make this puppy round.
So I let Lisa know you wanted her.
Blower on. Hello, Lisa.
And everyone, welcome Lisa Noof. I hope I said your name right. She is new to visiting us here on our channel. That is a member of the Leopard group, and this is her first Leopard pen. So I told her she was having her pen turned, and
You
she
said
jumped
somebody
on.
had their first slipper in bed?
First Leopard pen.
Oh, first leopard pen.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what the heck I was hearing. I'm like,
I
what
don't
are you
know.
saying?
But Lisa, who came on, that's her pen.
This is her pen?
Yes,
Oh.
it's a different name on there.
Oh, Lisa. Yeah. I got you.
So that's her. First time on alive, I think.
You can tell how much noise is in the shop.
Yeah, he
You
don't
can
hear very
her
well.
voice in the distance. Thought she said it was the first slipper in bed.
Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome to the addiction, Lisa. I'm as addicted as you guys are. All right, it is perfectly round now. And it looks like, it's not even spinning right now, but it looks like it's spinning. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hey, Lisa. Oh, thanks for the message. Excellent. How long do they stay in the oven? What's going to stay in the oven, Larry?
Like she did earlier, maybe.
So what's the astrological Chinese for this year in July? I don't know. Hello, Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. I'm sure she will love it. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Welcome in and congratulations. Hello, Lisa. Boy, Lisa, you're popular. Caroline, how you doing? Saw you earlier. Glad you're still here. That's awesome. And Lisa, it's good. I love the stripes. Looks like candy. It does. It looks like a pack of Nico wafers or Lifesavers or something. And here begins the shaping. Caroline, are you still in Nia? Or are you back?
Caroline, we should get to your order this weekend sometime. Either tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know where. I saw you up moving up though.
All right, we're getting down near that range, but I still think we're a little fat. We are 0.54. I knew we were a little fat yet. Got to get my eyeballs readjusted after having been out of the shop for so long. Let's see where we're at now. .48. Beautiful. Love it. Now we'll do the baseball bat. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, this one here. Forgot my sequence of events here. Man, this is a really nicely turning blank. I like this. The way she mixed her resin. It's cured nicely. Or a really fancy prison uniform. You got it, Joe. Oh, Larry, the rings. So, it says on the thing I looked up that even the thicker one cure 2 to 5 minutes, but I don't have a trust factor yet. So I put it in for 10. I'll get better at trusting with the instructions saying not go too far overboard, Let's see how we're doing here. Looks like a little fat yet. Yeah, we're at 0.452. Remember that Adams sour gum? They had stripes on that gum like this too. I used to love that gum. Oh man, it was so good. 0.4, 0.50. Just a couple of more molecules and should be good to go on this one. That should be good right there. And we're going to trim that down just a hair. All right. We'll make our baseball bat on this end. So nice. All right. Now, I think the dead middle is that yellow stripe. If I trust my own measurements. Yep, in the middle. Right there. Now we're going to cut a little groove in there. And there's the mustache. That thing going round and round is pretty mesmerizing, isn't it? Looks like it's not even moving, but my head says, or my fingers say, yeah, it's moving. I remember that gum. That's good stuff. I can't find it anymore. Nobody has ever remade that gum, which is really a bummer. Sour grape, sour lime, sour orange. I think there might have been a cherry too, as I remember. Man, that was good stuff. Beeswax whistles. I remember those too, Larry. I remember those. Yeah, that was a pretty good size blank. I think that was pretty much a 7/8 to 1 inch, Joe. It's amazing how much we have to cut away to see the gorgeousness on the inside. Where is the pen? It's hiding in there somewhere. Now, Lisa, since this is your first pen, if you'll notice, this baseball bat is a little thicker on this end and a little bit bigger this way than this one here, slightly, probably 1/16 of an inch overall. And then you get to decide which end you like the most. And then that'll sort of guide you whether you like a small baseball bat. Like Carrie doesn't like a big one because she can't see around it when she's diamond painting. And then we had another lady who really wanted the biggest one possible because of her arthritis. Bye-bye now, Stacy. Have a good evening. Enjoy the fireworks out. Oh, there's no fireworks out there. None in California. Don't want to burn down the state. And it's ever so slightly larger. You probably wouldn't be able to tell unless I told you. I ruined the surprise. Blackjack. I remember that one. I don't think I ever ate that one though because it scared me because it might have been licorice, and I'm not a big anise flavor lover. In fact, I don't like black licorice. And I don't remember if it tasted like black licorice or not, but I didn't like black licorice, so that's why I never ate blackjack. It's good to be turning pens again. Too long out of the shop. We did get a lot done today, I'll tell you. Whole bunch of stuff for Carrie and the shop, the cover minders, the coasters, the whole bit. And tomorrow I'll be in here about 4:30 after I take Kevin, and I'll be cranking out a couple of premieres, maybe 3, depending how long it takes me to round them down. And then I have the podcast. And then after the podcast, we'll be back in here casting Caroline's and Cindy's Animals. And a couple of trays. I got Stacy's trays to do. My rag is usually still moist, but it is completely dried out now, so I had to wet it up a little bit. All right. She is almost done. Got to get the buffer going, but there it is. And there is a little bit of glitter in that black because that black is not solid black. It's extremely transparent, not almost transparent black with looks like some kind of glitter in it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it was just black, but it's not exactly black, just super dark, transparent. I wonder if you can see light through it. Have to figure that out somehow. That's pretty cool. Big League chewing gum. I still think they sell that Big League chewing gum, don't you? That was the shredded bubble gum that was sort of like the tobacco, right? The chewing tobacco. Let's see. So that one is done. That'll go in my out bucket. Get to buffing that sometime tomorrow. And then we got Miss Denise up next. Not Denise D, but Denise S. Let's see. 5 inches long, and these are longer than that. Oh, these are all these little circle ones. That's cool. Okay, so I got to find the center of this guy. That'd be 2.5. There really is no symmetrical center, so I don't think it really matters. I'll cut it from the end. 5. Yeah, that'll be all right. That goes pretty good on there. And I'll do that exact same thing with the other one because they're the same design, but 2 different colors. All right, I'll be at the bandsaw momentarily. These are 3D printed. That's good to know. Where did I make that mark at? Oh, there it is. Let me get the little end off there. Man, I think it sounds like it's eating itself. $160 bandsaw only lasts so many years, right? Let's see. Lisa loves it. You're welcome very much, Lisa. Let's see. Larry says, Tim, how about the Big League? Yep, still sell that in my area. Yeah, I've seen that around the Big League. Cindy, are you a Twizzler person or a Red Vine person? I will do either one, but prefer the texture of Twizzler. But I like the flavor of the Red Vines more. And I'm no aficionado of them because I don't eat them enough to really have a very weighty opinion. Okay, these are good. Let me get some bushings in these bad boys. I don't think I've turned a pen with this particular 3D printed design in it. Hey, Denise, Denise D, if you're still here, I sent you a messenger with the link for that fella who's doing a lot of hybrid blanks. And I sent you lots of pictures that he just sent me that are all currently available. And I sent you the groups that he posts in. So that should help you find what you're looking for, I hope. All right, let's get this super hyper speed. Get it ready to round. Here we go. All right, let's see what this one looks like. Well, I hope you get better, Larry. Don't get overheated, buddy. Take care of yourself. Still got to go a little bit more. It's not fully round yet. Got little square spots on there, but we're getting close. All right, that should be good there. Not too bad. We'll stop there and we'll just continue on regular carving. All right, let's see what we're going to do with this. We know we got the 5 inches, 0.50, so it's just like the last one, baseball bat, and then we'll figure out something cool to do in the middle. All right, here we go. And this is a new design for me. So I want to make sure I treat it wonderfully, and I don't want to have any pieces of resin fall out of the plastic. You know how that goes with adhesion and all. All right, we're not down near 0.50. I'm glad we got a lot of resin right here at the finger grip. A little easier to carve. There's a lot of plastic joining right there that we have to go. You have to go through that carefully because it actually heats up from the friction of the turning. So we got to give enough left. Yes, here's a whole bunch of plastic. See, that little piece fell out right there. So we'll bring that down so you can't see that anymore. Let's see how we're doing here for width. I think we're still a little fat. Yeah, we're at a 0.55, but we're getting down there. All right, that's pretty smooth, and it's fluffed up a little bit because it got hot, but that'll sand down nicely. Okay, now we'll do the baseball bat end. And there's a lot of plastic on this end here, so we'll have to see how that's going to go. We'll do it gently because we don't want any little resin pieces to fall out of the plastic. My good buddies Stacy and Lisa and Vicky, we're always talking about turning different blanks and the way each of us approach that blank, and just spreading the experience around. All right, let's see how we're doing for a measurement. We're down about 0.54, so we got to take a little more off. Really good colors in here, not wild about the plastic. All right, 0.52, we're getting there. I'd almost call the color of this blank Sprite bottle. Actually feels pretty warm too where that plastic is. Okay, we're down to 0.51. We'll leave it there because we'll sand it down from there. This is holding together nicely. We'll sand that up good. All right, let's go to the other end. There's a lot of plastic down in here. A whole lot less here, a whole lot more here. So we'll have to see how this is going to treat us. Uh-oh, we just lost a piece of plastic out of there. A piece of resin. I felt it go. Let's see what we're getting to there. Oh, it was right there. So that's not too bad. We're probably still a little bit fat here. Yeah, we're at about a 0.58. So we'll be able to That little tiny piece that fell out would never would have held in there, so we'll go below where it was. All right, we'll leave that there. We'll get the end rounded off now, see how we're doing. Again, a lot of plastic on this end. There's a piece of resin right there that was like on the end. You can see it here as I pull it off. And that literally was just a piece of resin that crawled outside the plastic as it was being poured in there. It's like a skim or a scab or whatever you want to call it. Not too bad. That'll sand up nicely. But let's see where we're at here. We're down to 0.55, so we got a little bit more to go. .53, getting close. I was watching this guy who's got a YouTube channel while I was playing today before I went live, and it's named Chris's New York Hot Dog Stands or something like that. And all he does is run around and sort of review hot dog stands, which is really worthless because you can never find the same hot dog stand again, most likely, because they move around. And he was talking about how guys will have, like, on their carts, Subret or Nathan's or Hebrew National, but those are not the dogs they're offering. I'm like, wow. It's just somebody gave them an umbrella or something to advertise their brand, and they may not particularly sell that particular type of dog. But anyway, it's a little comical to watch. If you want to watch yourself getting screwed, that's it right there. Getting a hot dog in New York City. Oh, look at that. Look at that thing just fell out of there. You turn the blower off. I got to find that sucker. That is a big chunk. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Slipped right out of there. Again, this plastic does not like to adhere to that. So we're going to have to re-glue that one back in. Figure out how that's going to go in there. I think it goes in that, well, yeah, it goes in that way there. All right, so we're done with this one for right now. I'm going to take this off the rotisserie here. I'm going to take this bushing out. I'm going to make sure this is all. Yeah, see, I got to get that little piece of plastic down there that sits against that hole. So this will not go in there correctly until there's a little piece of plastic that got heated up when I drilled the hole for the bushing that is now expanded into the space of that area there, just enough to make that not sit well. So we'll take this over here. So that's the beginning of our experience with these blanks. So already not a fan. It looks really cool, I'll tell you that. Looks way cool. Okay, so I'm going to be over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an X-Acto knife. I'm going to come back on screen. And I'm going to see if I can't carve this plastic out of the bottom of here. Yeah, there's a lot of things when you're 3D printing stuff, especially these pen blanks, you have to think about how much you're going to take away when you carve it and what the structure is like, which is what I was thinking about while I was thinking about what we're going to do in the middle. Because, you know, I start taking too much away from these big chunks, they're going to fall out because they won't have enough to hold on to. I may have to get my Dremel tool out in the morning and potentially, if I can't do it here. Oh, that's pretty good there. All right. Got rid of that big chunk of heated plastic there. All right, now let's see how this little piece slides in there. Well, I'm glad I found that little piece and it didn't go back through the blower. Ah, pretty good. So we'll glue that and clamp that in there. And believe it or not, the bond with the super glue will be better than the previous bond. All right, let's get the super glue out here. I heard Christopher Cross today. I'm over here trying to squeeze the super glue out of the bottle. We're almost there. All right, let me put that lid on that right now. I'm going to slide that in there. All right, let me get back over here to the lathe. All right, so I've got it in there, but I got it in there a little crooked, so I got to move it over a little bit because I want to get it matched up exactly. And then I want to get this. Gonna go this way here. Yep, pulling it in there exactly. Get a little bit of squeeze out from the super glue. All right, that was good there. Now we're going to come and get an exact match and squeeze that down. Beautiful. And now I will spray it with accelerator and we will leave that till tomorrow. And that bond should be a lot better than the original resin to plastic bond, which quite frankly does not exist. All right, I'll leave that sit right there. And we might as well embark on the other one. See what we can do here. And I had that feeling about all that plastic on that end. We're going to do this one exactly the same. I got all the plastic on this end, the big stuff on that end. Camera or all is cool. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, I'm just a little out of the routine here, Joe, because trying to fix that blank there. All right, we'll clamp that down. Let's get going 1,000 miles an hour and make this one round again. And again, sometimes the shock of turning something will do that too. All right, blower on. Here we go. Okay, that is pretty good. Yes, this is an intense blank, Joe. And you know, I think I'm going to talk to the blank maker. I know who made it, I believe. And what I'd recommend, because let me explain something here. We're really after this design, right? Because it looks so cool. But if we leave it off the 1.5 on either end, we can get a great finger grip on there with a nice whatever end we need. And then we got all this middle stuff that is really where you're looking because your finger's covering up that end of the blank anyway. So if they could leave all of this plastic to the middle 2 inches of the blank, that would be fantastic. That would help us a lot as turners. All right, here we go. But ain't no complaining here. I love a challenge. Been a fun day. We figured out some stuff. Been fun. So no griping at all. We just look for solutions around here. And I'm telling you, when these are finished, they're going to be gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Great colors, all that good stuff. See how that plastic gets sort of all melty and gunky? A lot of heat when you're doing these. All right, let's see what we're getting down to. Probably still a little fat. Yeah, 0.56. Great color of the resin. I love it. .53. We're getting there. I wish that they would 3D print with a real high melting temperature plastic, because then as I build up the heat turning, there we go, 0.51. We'll leave that right there. It would not get all that gunky stuff on there, because it would take more heat to melt it. Or maybe I'm generating so much heat it doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't know. All right, we'll leave that one alone for. It's a little bit gunky on there, but that'll sand right off and turn out fabulous. Then as soon as we're done with this one, I got to go spend 1 hour with Carrie, which is joyful, and then I go to bed because Kevin works at 4 in the morning again. Good thing is it puts me in the shop super early, super quiet, put my headphones on, get a lot done. Been a good weekend so far, getting all that mundane stuff that we do. Got that done today, and that was cool. Went 5.5, a little bit more to go. Man, that plastic just balled right up and fell off. Got so hot. Made like a big gumball. That's nice and smooth there. All right, we should be down about where we need to be on both ends now. 0.51 there, 0.53 there. So we're gonna trim just a little bit more off of there. Now we're going to thin this up a little bit. Then we're going to look at the structure and see what we can do with it. Make a nice design. And try not to lose any of the pen. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got some pretty cool designs. This plastic seems to be holding up a little better than the other one. That was the piece we lost out of the other pen. That's holding in there very nicely. That's definitely got some glitter in there. Let's see. So where's our middle? That might help us determine what we're doing here. 5 inches long, 2.5. See what that gives us. So if we do a mustache, we're going to cut right down through there. We got these big pieces we're worried about letting go. Really, this one and that one. This one's not going to go anywhere because it's going straight through the middle and hanging on. But if we take apart that piece of plastic there, we're going to, dang, here's a tough one. Whew. Because you got these little tiny pieces right here holding in there. Haven't come loose. That's very good. That one there. There's a tiny little piece on top of that plastic right there. Little piece right there. Man, this is a tough one. Because now I'm more worried about the structure than I am what the pen really looks like. It's going to look great no matter what I do. Now I got to figure out how not to screw it up. Let's see. If I come off a 1/2 inch either way, let's see what that gives me. That might be my safest bet because I do cut right through the middle of that one. Dang it. I think I'm just going to try to dimple the middle. That might be the safest bet. There's our center. And we'll just do a slight mustache. And then we'll admire the blank that didn't fall apart. We'll call that your grandpap's handlebar. All right, we still got great adherence there, great adherence there. That one's not going to come out, even though we took off that little bit right there. I think that might be it for this one. All right, I'm going to pull that out of the way, turn the blower off, get my diaper out, and get out my sand box. I'm going to get out a new one for this plastic here. Now I'm going to slow it down a little bit because even with the sandpaper and the water, I don't want to generate a lot of heat. Because heat will just remelt the plastic. And I'll move the sponge around so it doesn't heat up. And I'm really only worried about the heat down there in the smaller parts. The bigger parts have enough time to go around and cool down. That's one sticky blank, friction-wise. Always feels like it's uneven, but it's just the plastic. The feeling of the plastic when it's going round and round. It feels lumpy, but it's not. Isn't that weird? This thing's got a lot of friction to it. I can't push as hard as I normally do on a blank because it'll stop it. Watch this. See that? Push too hard, it just stops. Grabbing that plastic. Man, that's some cool resin work in there, I'm telling you. Woo! That's pretty. I like the color of this plastic too. It's sort of a dichromatic, you know, it sort of changes color as you move it around. Everybody's quiet, man. They must be doing some whipping, hard whipping and chatting. No chatting, just whipping. Hey, Caroline. I'm glad you're eating dinner. Enjoy. Oh, I didn't see the answer back. Are you back from India? That must have been a fun experience, unless you've been there before. I work with a lot of Indians, but I've never been to India. Nice. Where did you go over there? What was your nearest big city? I've got friends in Mumbai, Bangalore, Trivandrum, which is the southwest coast, and then Chennai, which is the southeast coast. My boss is from Calcutta. Actually lives in Austin. He's a U.S. citizen now, but I think he's been in the U.S. probably about 25 years, I think. It was my mic. It's going dead. Yeah, the new ones arrive Sunday, so we're gonna have to fight with these. They're good for about almost 2 hours, and you get to turn them back on for a few minutes, and they die again. So it was me, not you. All me, not you. Hat Man, good to see you in here. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, everybody, that is it for tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Like I said, I might have been on mute when I said that, but doing some premieres during the morning, making animals and trays in the afternoon, cutting some more other stuff, and then maybe make some more rings, all that good fun stuff. But anyway, we shall see you soon. Everybody have a happy and very safe 4th, and we'll see you on the 5th. And by the way, today is May the 4th be with you. No, that was May. I'm just kidding. I just couldn't wait to say it. See you around. Bye-bye.